AAA, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, Broke Black Women Are Worse Than Dusty, Short Men. Let's get right into it.
I am so happy somebody decided to bring up the elephant in the room, which is y'all broke females. And how a broke female can be just as bad, if not worse, than a man. Now, I'm not talking about the women who have a generous man, but they still got their own. And I'm not talking about the women who are trying to get it out the mud, okay? Not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the women who sit on their ass every single day expecting a man to come save them. No goals, no drive, no nothing. Literally nothing. They can't even go out to eat with their friends because they ain't got no money and they gotta wait till a man send them some money. Like, come on, y'all. And these be the women that be expecting the absolute most from a man. The women that be calling every man on the world broke if he don't buy you a Birkin bag. Babe, you can't even get your nails done. You don't even got $200 to your name. These be the worst type of girls, okay? And the worst type of friends, too. I don't know. I don't like no girl around me with no type of drive, no nothing. Like, no degree, not in school, no trade job, nothing. Just sitting on that ass. I hate girls like this. Stay far away from me.
You know, it's funny because she looks exactly like the girl she's talking about. Right? Those broke girls that she's talking about that want the Birkin bag. I mean, they do got bat wings just like you, you know? I couldn't even use her for the thumbnail because I can't even see her eyes. Okay, I was sitting trying to make a thumbnail. I'm like, where is your eyes? Okay? But good video, good clip either way because she talks about a real thing. A lot of broke women are the ones demanding money. They're talking about, oh, I ain't going 50-50, I ain't going 50-50. The reason why they can't go 50-50 because they can't afford their 50. They can't afford their half. My dad, he's a newly single, divorced man, and he's a wealthy man. He's a rich man. My dad's a millionaire. Shout out to him, right? And when he dates women, they fly places. They go first class. And I was talking to him about, like, you know, the current state of dating. He says, well, when I travel with women, they pay their way. I pay my way, right? I was like, what do you think about women that say they don't like 50-50? He was like, those are the women that can't afford to fly on their own. They need someone else to provide for them. And I thought to myself, that's actually really funny. Here's a man that actually knows what he's talking about because a lot of people who can't afford to fly on and pay for their own, they kind of share. They go 50-50. They kind of take turns. So 50-50 is actually what a lot of successful rich people do. Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade was doing it until she was too broke to do that anymore, right? Gabrielle was too broke. She was like, sometimes I can't even afford my 10%, okay? And so she's part of those women that call men broke when they can afford 100%. Anyway, we got more people that talk about the subject. We got a guy that was reflecting on him dating broke women and how much he hates it, how much he loathes dating broke women. Let's hear what he has to say and we'll respond to it.
See, that's another thing. I'm about to start screening bitches. Like, if you on Section 8 or if you got anything going on with you going through like a bankruptcy, a crisis or something, somebody just died in the family and you need to make up the money, the difference to you know, for the funeral, leave me alone. Don't come to me. I don't need those problems. Go to your family first. Why is the first instinct to go to a nigga that you don't really know like that?
To ask you for money?
Yes. What the where are your family at? Where's your friends at? Like, aren't those the first people that you should, you know, think toward even moving to? Like, don't come to random guys. I hate that shit. Like I said, I'm about to start an application process. Like, they try to guilt trip you into giving them money. And I feel like that's the new norm. Like, they just utilize niggas for money, bro. I'm not with that.
I'm not with
what were you doing before I even came into the picture? How were you surviving? What were your means of survival?
Right. Well, another guy probably.
Shit. Yeah, then the cycle continues.
Yeah, it's like, this guy's done paying my bills now. That's the next guy.
Right.
It's like you're in rotation. Who's the next guy paying my bills?
See, that's another thing. I'm about to start.
Yeah, a lot of women confuse simps with rich men. There's some rich men, there's some simps. It's very rare they're the same person. You know, if you're rich and you're a simp, and you're a simp for a brokies, like broke. If you're getting manipulated by broke women, and you're rich, I want you to open up your hand, look in the mirror, and smack yourself. Smack yourself, okay? You deserve it, okay? Because there's no reason why you shouldn't be flexing the fact that you got opportunities now. A rich man that makes American money could go anywhere in the world and get some of the baddest chicks that exist. Why? Because money talks. In the land of women, money talks, right? But in the land of men, your money ain't good here, okay? Unless you want to take care of us. By the way, successful men don't want to be taken care of by women. I don't want a woman to take care of me. I'm not looking at women like, I need you to pay 100%. Okay? That to me is some beta-ish. Okay? That's some weak-ish. Okay? But that's the same type of energy women be giving off, and they're thinking to themselves like, oh yeah, I'm gonna finesse this rich dude. I'm gonna finesse this rich dude. You could finesse maybe a rapper. A lot of these rappers, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some of these dudes who are in the industry and they never got girls before, but a dude like me who spent his most of his life not famous, so I had to get girls as a regular person. I had to just use my looks. You know, I done hit beautiful women before, and I never had to pay a dime. A dime. I said recently I went on a date with a beautiful 40-year-old woman who drives a brand new Benz, lives in $1 million condo, and the date was $15, and she's excited to go on a second date. I didn't have to spend that much money on her. $15. Someone said, oh, nothing costs $15. Yes, it does. You got to find a good restaurant that can cost $15, okay? We both got teas, okay? We both got desserts. I think dessert was like $6 each. My dessert, $6. Her dessert, $6. And the tea or something might have been $3 or $4. And with taxes, it was $15. And I'll do it again. But again, someone in her position, she's smart. Because this girl, even though she had money, she realized that she can't flex her money with men. She realized that, but she does want a man with money. But she understood for me that I am going to be someone that has a lot of money. Obviously, I'm successful. I got a YouTube channel. You know, YouTube channels are worth a lot. You can make the bag on YouTube channels. And I'm making, YouTube pays the bills. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm a full-time YouTuber now. YouTube pays the rent, okay? When it's time to pay the rent, I look to the YouTube money to pay the rent, okay? But I'm saying that to say that if you are a smart girl, you're going to realize that you can't push your weight around with wealthy men when it comes to money, okay? You can't try to manipulate them. Only simps. Only simps. And if a man has money, he could at any moment stop being a simp. At any moment. Most simps are broke. Most simps are broke and ugly and unattractive. If you got money, you know you got the leverage. You just know you got the leverage. You just know it. Okay? And, it's funny because I love providing for a woman. What I mean by that is I love making enough money where I can take care of everything. I could pay the dinner. I could pay for dinner. I could pay for trips and stuff like that. I've never paid for a trip, but I'm just saying I would love that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I like to give. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be giving to no stingy girl that's trying to push her thumb in my face and tell me what to do. Hell no. That's not player. That ain't player, But we have another girl that actually, she understands that men get it. Men get it. Men know how to move in this day and age, okay? Women don't know how to move in dating, okay? Women are not getting the best results. But top-notch dudes, you know what I'm saying? And some of them top-notch dudes don't even got money. They're just top-notch dudes with the mentality. They understand how the woman mind works. A lot of women don't understand how the male mind works. They don't get it. They don't get it. They think they need to bully men. Okay? It's not true, okay? But let's this girl talk about how men actually be finessing the dating game.
I actually admire how strategic and planned out a man is. Almost nothing that they do is a coincidence or happening by chance or everything they do, they thought about it, it's been planned out. So that man watching your stories and then it leads to now he's liking your stories. That was his plan. He chose today, after 3 weeks of following you, to like your story today. Then a couple more days go by, he's going to start responding to your stories. It's all planned out. Then, he responds to your stories. Now you think he's interested. So now you're interested too. Now you're liking his stories and responding to his stories. Next, he's going to up the ante. He's going to start sending you reels and funny memes about things that he saw you post. So he knows what you like. Men really eat when it comes to that. Y'all ate with that one. And here we are in the group chat like, girl, he liked my story. He sent me a video. All geeked out. He planned that. And he's in his group chat like, I got her, fellas. Let's wheel her in. It's all planned out. that is just so.
Here's where she's wrong. We don't actually plan it out. We just do it. We figure we'd keep the conversation going, so yeah, I'll like your. I mean, but if it seems strategic to you, fair enough. But to like your story and then send you a message a few days later, we just feel like we're keeping the conversation going. Okay, but a lot of girls don't think this way because they're trying to plan and manipulate men. They're going to their group chat trying to have a, hey, what does he mean by this? What does he mean by that? Men, we don't do that. I don't go, listen, if we do that, we've done that maybe in high school. Past high school, you're not doing that anymore. If you're doing that when it comes to women, bro, you can't get girls. I don't need none of my boys to help me when it comes to getting girls. I need none of them, okay? But, this is how women view the world because this is what they do. They're projecting, okay? But either way, the whole point is that we as men, we understand you women better than you understand us. And because of it, we could show up and we could execute and we could get what we want, okay? We just need you guys to understand us. Understand us, right? I had to block a girl today on a dating app because she thought, because she's a doctor, that she could push her weight around with me. And in my mind, I'm like, she has no idea that I get a lot of girls. I'm talking to like 6, 7 other girls at the same time. And I just met all y'all, right? Went on a date with one girl, about to go on a date with another girl. Other girls are trying to get me on dates. She has no idea, right? She thinks that if she's desirable because she's a doctor, right? And by the way, that doesn't make you desirable to men, but she thinks because she's a doctor, she's so desirable, and that someone like me would be so lucky to have her, and that way she could push back and make her demands. Baby girl, you're average looking. How about that? Let's start with that. You look average. Okay? The doctor thing might be the best thing going for you, but when it comes to men, we don't care about that. Anyway, the conversation was going okay at first. It was going okay. And I said, all right, cool. Like, you know what? She kept asking me mad questions. She was like, oh, what's this? What do you mean by that? And I was like, listen, let's continue this conversation offline. And I gave her my number. Okay? Now, this is something I always do. And most women just text me. They just text me, okay? And sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes it does work out, okay? But you know what she said to me? She responded back. Are you sure you don't want to... Are you opposed to getting to know each other a little bit more on this app? Are you opposed to getting to... I sat and I looked at that message. Am I opposed to getting to know you a little bit more? You can't get to know nobody on no app, girl. You think you can get... Oh, let's type a little bit more. How about we type a little bit more, get to know each other? Let's just type and get to know each other. This is what women think. You can't type to get to know each other. I got to meet you in person. I don't even know if I'm going to find you attractive in person. You got mad makeup on. You got hair that's not yours. I need to see you in person. I don't even know if you look good. I don't even know if you smell good. I don't know if your breath stink. I don't know none of that stuff. I'm not going to be typing with you, be your pen pal for 2-3 months just to get to know you, girl. No. Only losers would move that way. But again, I guarantee because she's a doctor, she thinks, oh, I'm so desirable. Oh, I'm so desirable. Baby, you're 33. Your eggs are about to be gone. By 35, a lot of women don't understand this. By 35, you have 3% of your eggs left. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you need a bunch of eggs, but you start off with 1 million eggs, 2 million eggs, and you have 3% left. And you're trying to push your weight around when there's a prettier girl than you that works at Starbucks and most men would be way more interested in. Okay, just because you like the fact that you're a doctor and you can take care of yourself doesn't mean I give a crap about that. So instead of responding to her, I thought about it. I was like, am I going to say, because I was going to respond like, yeah, I am opposed to that. I don't want to keep getting to know you. But I was like, you know what? She's just going to push back and she wants me to convince her to get no, I don't want to do all that. If you're going to be a difficult right now, that you're showing me you're going to be difficult in person. Therefore, I don't even want to get to know you anymore. Block. So if you are this girl and you've seen it, yeah, I blocked you because you're dumb. You're stupid. You think you're going to push your way and make decisions and lead a man. It ain't going to work with someone like me. Not like me. Okay, if you want that, go find a loser. Go find a dusty short man that you could push your weight with. Okay? But as far as I'm concerned, you're that dusty short man. Okay? And that's what it means when you're an average girl with an attitude. It ain't gonna work. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to everybody that purchased a hat. Check out some of my other videos, and I'm gonna see you over there.